Hi, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Blonde. I'm Missy Day.
And Jill Branson.
And we are here celebrating our Las Vegas Golden Knights win going into the Stanley Cup. And with us we have our friend Glenda Compton, who is a holistic mentor. So welcome to the show, Glenda.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Glad to be here.
It's good to have you here.
Thanks.
So today, Glenda was spoke at the Like Minded Lunch, and she did a wonderful presentation. She brought all kinds of herbs and different kinds of teas and Manuka honey, and we got to try to sample everything. So I would like to ask, how did you get involved? Because you talked today about how herbs is like your thing.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get involved in that?
A while back, I had some health issues. And so instead of going with complete Western medicine, I searched out and found out that there were some herbs that could help. And I just found out that I really enjoyed playing with them. So that's what I do, making tinctures and formulas and different things like that. And Mother Nature has everything on this planet for us. Mm-hmm. So
Right.
It's just perfect, if we can go that way. As we talked about earlier, just about every pharmaceutical combination there is has come from a derivative of an herb. And so they've tweaked it, that type of thing. So that's how I got into it. I just really like eating them. I know that they're really good and they don't really have any adverse side effects, and you can just have as much as you want, pretty much. You don't want to go overdose on it,
Right.
or too much anyways. However, they're safe. So yeah, that was the reason.
So you talked about tincture today. So what does that mean? What's a tincture?
A tincture is herbs that are combined with either glycerin base or alcohol based that you have sit. And so it extracts the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients from the herbs, and you're getting a concentrated dose of that herb. So you don't.
Oh.
It's like to have like vegetables, to get the concentration amounts that you need, you have to have huge plates of food
Right.
and everything else. So on this, it's like you're getting the really good concentrated dose with just a couple of drops.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So people who don't like their vegetables and things like that, they can just take a drop of this and then not have to suffer through.
There are different nutrients and vitamins there. I don't know about that. Eat your vegetables.
Yeah, eat your vegetables, really.
We need vegetables. Make sure they're organic and non-GMO.
Right, exactly.
Well, I don't want to be the one saying no
Yeah.
vegetables.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
vegetables. No, just do this.
No, but herbs for medicinal purposes.
Right.
It's a way to help. The white willow bark was the precursor for aspirin. So you can go and buy white willow bark and take it. You may need to take a little bit more. However, you're getting a natural form of it instead of anything that can hurt your gut or liver or damage anything.
So what is is there a difference, or is it kind of like the same thing, only in a different way? So like the essential oils,
Right.
right, that they have. So does that work in like conjunction with herbs and things like that, or is that an entirely separate thing?
No, it's all along in that same process. They're steamed, distilled, the different ways, but it is the same type of thing that you're extracting out the properties that you need, and it's going into a concentrated form. And that is the other thing, like herbs and oils on a I'm trying to think of the scale. It's like the concentration is so much better and easier to assimilate than taking large doses of other things, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of a better way to explain it, but it's along the same lines. Yes, they are similar to tinctures. Like I said, a tincture is normally made with glycerin or alcohol. However, a lot of people don't want the alcohol for whatever reason, and glycerin is sweet. So now another way is to do half glycerin and half apple cider vinegar.
Oh,
It's a little bit tart because of apple cider vinegar. However, that is a fermented food, and it has really good medicinal properties too. So,
Right.
because the glycerin could be too sweet in affect your teeth, you know, if you're constantly taking droppers of it or whatever. So
Right.
you're getting sugar in there.
Right.
Well, I
that's
want
a
to
big
know a
one.
little bit about the is it stevia? That's how you pronounce it.
Yes,
right?
stevia. Hmm.
And so you can go and get that and not at the store in those packets, but
Yeah,
Good.
you can get the herb.
get the actual
Yes,
herb.
yes. You can go to your herbal store and buy it in bulk. Sometimes they'll have it capsulated, or you can get it capsulated. Or I will get bulk on my herbs, and then I have a capsulator. You know, sit there and watch TV and. just capsulate it and time goes by. Doing two things, but stevia in its raw form is the best. You can buy it in leaf form, you can buy it ground up, and it's, as I said earlier, it's 100 to 200 times sweeter than sugar, so you have to take it, you know, get to your own taste
Right,
buds,
yeah.
type of a thing. I mean, you tried it. What did you?
I liked it. I just did a little
Right.
and tested it out, and I
Yeah.
thought it was really great.
Some people think that it's too green. Like, I guess
Well,
I've been
you know-
told, you know, raw. However,
Yeah.
but if you're getting it in the packets like they do sell a lot of them are chemicalized. They've been
Right.
bleached, and that, and even with the stevia, and a lot of people didn't realize when you get the white stevia, it's been processed. So
Yeah, I thought that was interesting when somebody asked you that today because, well, you know, people don't know, right? If they don't know. So not everybody reads the ingredients on
exactly.
things.
On the-
So they just see stevia and think
they
that
think
it's okay.
right. Yeah.
Right.
Because
Right.
I had somebody gave me the drops. No.
That's another form that you can do it in. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not. I've never used that. I don't know why. I never have. Like I said, I've just done it. And with the whole leaf, that could be put into infusions, as we talked about, and you know, so it sweetens it that way. So it's built right into it. But that's also something you have to test out and see what you want for the, you know, your sweetness factor. I guess you could say.
So when I first met you and you were telling me about all this knowledge that you have and the herbs and the tinctures and creating, I just had this vision of Glenda like being in the kitchen like a mad
Yeah.
scientist with all this stuff going on and making all these things, and I was like, and today you confirmed it.
Yeah, she did.
I've achieved my goal here.
I saw that stuff coming out and I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be awesome.
I know. I love it. I do. I do love
Well, and
mixing
everybody
it.
we loved it because everybody was getting a little bit of everything, and it just was. I don't know. I got the two kinds of tea, and then you brought the honey, and I love honey, but that was my question: is I am allergic to bees, so I have to be careful how raw the honey is, or how much I put on my toast, things like
okay.
that.
Okay.
So I have a question. I mean, have you had anybody come across that and say, "Oh, I can't really use that
No.
honey"?
No, I haven't. And but that's with the Manuka honey that we're talking about.
Right.
It is honey from New Zealand, and it is in the unprocessed form, I guess you could say. And it has the propolis and the, what is the other? It just the no, not. I just
What's
blanked
that
out
word?
on the word. What is that word? So it has all the good properties of it. So it is in a raw form. But propolis is like from the royal jelly. It's you know, has more of the nutrients and the
Okay.
vitamins. So just try small,
Yeah,
small
little.
amounts.
I just
Yeah.
took a tiny bit and put it on the spoon, and I went, "Oh my, I could get addicted to this." It
Yeah.
was really good.
Sometimes our body can handle pure more so than, you know, what we think is the strained honey, you know, and you know, better. So it just depends. Just be really careful with it.
Yeah.
But I
start out
haven't.
little bits.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't had anybody had any problems with that.
So tell us about your super tonic before we run out of time.
Okay, I am having a super tonic workshop in June. If anybody's interested, then just email me at glendaholisticmentor@gmail.com. Give them the information on that. It's going to be here locally, and it's going to be really fun. It's a fermented concoction. As you call it.
Concoction. That's a secret.
Yeah, it's an immune booster, and it helps with. I mean, you can do shots of it daily to help boost the immune system, or it's great on salads as a salad dressing. It's got a lot of good uses. It's very healthy and good.
Awesome. So if you want to be part of that, reach out to Glenda Compton, or else you can just drop us something on our 50 Shades of Blonde page, and we'll get the information to you. So be sure and stick around and join us for our next segment.